bookworm? I don't know what would. All right, some people write fiction, others tell their story through fiction, and that's what one local author in Sunderland has done with the new book, Full Circle.
This morning, Mike Davis is live with author Mike Howard discussing the inspiration behind his hit thriller. Mike, please take it away.
Guys, you know, life sometimes is full circle, and that's what it is like for local author Mike Howard. Last time I was spending some time with this guy, we were talking about his life, his past life, being a police officer, being a spy himself with the CIA, working with Microsoft, and actually going through a 45-minute one-on-one interview with Bill Gates. But now, Mike, it's great to be back with you. The first book you wrote is The Art of Running Leadership. It's more of a self-help novel, but here, this is Full Circle. This is a thriller, and it's about a guy named Jack Trench, who's actually a spy. How much are you like Jack Trench, this character you wrote about?
A lot of people ask that question, Mike. There's a lot of me in Jack Trench. I didn't consciously set out to write the character to be me.
Yeah.
But as I'm writing the book, there are certain nuggets in there that you'll find that are reflective of my life when I was in the CIA for 22 years.
And, you know, your first book, you know, The Art of Running Leadership, even though it was a self-help book, because you worked for the CIA, they needed to kind of go through the book and make sure that it was okay for the public. So now I'm anticipating a book like Full Circle that's a thriller that's set in situations that you yourself experienced while working as a spy. How did they feel about this book?
They're used to folks like me writing books, and they're very good about vetting these things. And luckily, the vetting process is, you know, it's pretty fast, and they didn't take out very much because the idea is you never give up what they call sources and methods. So you can talk about techniques, or you can make up scenarios where Jack Trench and his team gets involved with things, but you can't give up things that would give our opposition an advantage. So we call it sources and methods. And you're cognizant of that as you're writing the book as an author.
Okay, now coming up in a little bit, we're going to dive a little bit more into the plot because I want to learn about that. But I mean, overall, how has the process been for you? Transitioning from more self-help into writing a novel, is it therapeutic as you reflect and kind of transport yourself back into these moments in your life? How has the process been?
It's been seamless. I actually found my niche in life, I believe. So I love writing the leadership books, but I'm in the zone when I write novels like this one. I'm just there. It makes me feel great, and it actually gets me thinking about my colleagues and things that we did for our country that I can hopefully put into a fiction.
There you go, Mike Howard writing the book Full Circle. You can go get it now. Go to MikeHowardAuthor.com. The inspiration, not only himself, but I'm hearing it's a combination of Jason Statham and Mike Davis. A lot of the physical prowess of Jack Trench is actually based on
this is true.
It's natural stuff.
Do more fact checking on that.
Back to you guys. We'll dive into the plot.
Yeah.
All right.
Tell Mike I say
Hey, those two have a great
Mike
job.
from the times we've been out with him.
Yes.
All right.
It was. All right, Jason.
Thank you.
All right, well, let's keep this local literary theme going. We're checking back in with Mike Davis. He is live this morning with local author Mike Howard, learning all about his new thriller based on his own life. Mike, all right, how does Mike Howard have a super scary life moment that he could share with us?
Yeah, you know, let's dive into that. So, you know, Mike Howard back with you here, Full Circle, Jack Trench thriller. Tell us, I mean, is there a moment in the book that's perhaps the scariest, the most thrilling that actually mirrored an experience of your life?
There is. Towards the beginning of the book, when you kind of first get introduced to Jack Trench, he's having what we call an asset meeting, where you meet someone that's giving you information, so basically a spy. And it takes place in Manila, and there's a situation you never know your asset is, you know, armed or unarmed or whatever. And there's a situation at the beginning of the book where Jack has an asset that then turns on him with a gun in a dark alley in the deepest, darkest parts of Manila. And, you know, there are a lot of case officers that go through situations where they have an asset, they're on their own, and it's by your own wits and by your own brain power and being able to adapt to a situation, whether you survive or don't survive.
And if you had one piece of advice for everybody out there, I think, you know, it's an amazing thing. You've had so many careers, and now to be able to pen it into, a book that, the public can enjoy. What's the take-home message you have for the public in terms of just being able to share your story and kind of constantly reinvent yourself?
I think everybody has a voice, and I've actually written this in blog posts, that you're not necessarily just confined to one box in whatever you do in life. I thought, for instance, I was always going to be a police officer. Then I went into the intelligence business, and then Microsoft, and now being an author. And to me, it's like being able to. It's a breath of fresh air, right? It's really nice to try to push your limits, see what you can do. If you have a dream and you want to fulfill that dream, go for it. Don't let the naysayers get you down. I never thought I'd be an author, and I'm just thoroughly enjoying the process of writing and publishing.
I love it. The great Mike Howard. Guys, go to MikeHowardAuthor.com and go check out Full Circle. There's going to be some more in this series as well. Mike, great being with you guys. I'll toss it back to you.
All right, Mike, thanks for that interview. And